Hey, comedian Leon the Jokester here. Another episode, man. Welcome to Pearly Comedy School. I decided to start this comedy school online to kind of help and coach up and coming comics. A lot of times when you first get in the game, you don't know who to talk to, who you could go to for questions. I could go back in my Instagram and my Facebook Messenger 6 years ago where there's messages that are still unanswered. And guess what? Those comedians are still alive. They're not dead. One thing you learn about social media is it'll show you if a person has checked your message already. Like literally, like they read your message and chose to ignore it. When I first got into the comedy game, I was looking for mentors. Nobody came to my rescue. And so I had to learn on my own. I'm not saying that there weren't some people that try to help me out, gave me a tip here, gave me a tip there, but I'm talking about someone that took me under their arms and said, I'm going to teach you the game. It's a rarity to find that. Ask any comedian. You don't find too many 3 or 4 people you could just call on and say, man, can I genuinely comic to comic talk to you about this joke, talk to you about how can I improve, how can I get better, how can we do shows together? You don't find that. And so in the game, I want to make sure I give back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a selfish comedian myself when there's a lot of up and coming comics trying to get in. So the topic today is conditioning your young mind for jokes, conditioning your mind for jokes. Now, a lot of times when people hit the stage, they deal with stage fright. They deal with being afraid that people aren't going to laugh at their material, at their jokes. And that's totally normal because we all have those moments. I would be lying to you if I told you that every time I hit the stage, I know I'm going to get laughs. There's a guarantee, but no, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. You are approaching a stage in front of complete strangers and you're hoping that it goes well. That's basically what comedy is. And you don't know until you hit the stage and you do the material. So why did I choose the word conditioning today? Well, if you look the word up, it's simply the definition for conditioning is a training process. Okay, it's a training process. Whenever you lift weights, whenever you go into the gym to lift weights, there's what we call conditioning that has to take place before you really start doing the workout. So I look at it the same way as comedy. When we write jokes and we write jokes and we write more jokes and new material, what we're basically saying is that we're conditioning our minds. We're conditioning our jokes. We're conditioning the joke structure. So one day we could be able to say, okay, we've gotten past the conditioning stage. Now let's really write some material. Now let's really give the crowd what they got dressed, gassed up the car, drove 10 miles to come see us perform. Let's do that. What I would like to say is pick a topic. Stop trying to get on stage and rant and you don't even write jokes. I mean, people literally tell me, I don't even write jokes, but I don't understand why I can't book shows. It's because you're not writing jokes. This is comedy. So a lot of times people need to learn to be humble. But today's focus is conditioning the mind. Okay, so rule number 1 in conditioning, start small. You don't go into the weight room and then start lifting 300, 400, 500 pounds. You may have to start with the 5-pound dumbbell. Yeah, 10 pounds. When I go into the gym, it's 10 pounds. That's max for me, 10 pounds on the dumbbell. I'm like, man, I'm doing it big. Who's judging me? I'm doing it big. You know what I'm saying? You got to start small. Why? Because I'm conditioning myself so then I can increase my strength. And then later on, I could go to the 300 pounds, 400 pounds. It's not going to happen overnight. So when you're writing jokes, you're conditioning yourself. You're starting off with writing 1 to 5 jokes per day, just 1 to 5 jokes per day. Then you're going to go to the open mics and you're going to see if those jokes have potential on stage in front of people. Do you enjoy doing that joke? How comfortable do you look doing that joke? Are people laughing? Are people not laughing, which in comedy is called bombing? You have to ask yourself, are you comfortable with the conditioning process of that particular joke. No one goes to the gym and says, I'm going to do 10 different things I hate. You normally find people going to the treadmill because they want to run or they want to walk. You see people going to the jump rope because they want to jump rope. You see people working on their abs because they want the 6-pack and the 8-pack. Normally, you're going to find people in the gym going to the places to condition their body so then they can do more reps. So same thing with comedy. I love this compare and contrast. Same thing with comedy. In comedy, I write 1 to 5 jokes per day, which basically that's 5 jokes a week, Monday through Friday, 1 joke a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 20 jokes a month. That's a 20-minute set. But what you want to do is condition your body on day 1, Monday, to write 1 joke, pick 1 topic. And in that 1 topic, you're going to write all day long. It may take you 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, but only talk about that one thing. And I promise you, if you really, really get into this comedy thing, all kinds of great things that come out. Let's just use gym for an example. When you're writing a joke for the gym, working out, you think of all the different places people go. Planet Fitness. There's a place called 10 Gym. There's the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all kinds of different places, right? Planet Fitness, 10 Gym, YMCA. Then what you do is you do research on why do people go to the YMCA? Why do people go to Planet Fitness? Why do people go to 10 Gym? Then after that, you start writing the different things that you can find inside there. You can find the treadmill. You can find weights. You can find jump ropes. You can find the exercising bike. Then what you want to do next is you want to start comparing things that you will not find inside of Planet Fitness. That because it will be defeating the purpose. That's where you get funny. Because now what you're going to do is what we call reinterpretation. And so the reinterpretation is going to be, I love going to Planet Fitness because they have things that I like there. Like sub sandwiches and chocolate candy bars and Popeye chicken sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always that one person there that hasn't been fully converted. So they go in and they're working out on the treadmill, but they leave their sub sandwich and their pizza and their drink. You see what I'm saying? Like you just start creating this stuff on the spot. That was a freestyle. That was just naming stuff that we normally typically will find inside the gym. So the more you do that, the more you're exercising, the more you're conditioning your brain to write better material. Because now you're going to go into the gym and you're going to change it all around. And what makes it funny is that you're going to put items inside that gym. You're going to make up items that should not be in the gym. And more than likely, why do you go to the gym? To lose weight. So it would behoove you to put things inside the gym that will cause you to gain weight. And that's right there. That right there is why comedy works, is because you're trying to tell people that already have a perception of what something should be, and you're doing the opposite. That's why when people do jokes about marriage, it always ends up being funny when they say divorce jokes, or they say, oh, I was dating this girl, but I don't know why my wife got mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be married and then still have a girlfriend. That's a side chick. Now the side chick jokes become funny because you're not supposed to be cheating in the marriage. You see what I'm saying? So that's what comedy is. People think this is rocket science. Oh my goodness, I can't be a headliner for 20 years. That's a lie. It took me actually I was headlining my first year, because I remember going to Glenpool Conference Center and I was the headliner. They paid me well. Shouts out to Rosie Lewis. They paid me well from a church and they had me up there for 45 minutes. I was the only comic headlining because I was so passionate to learn comedy. When I first started in 2016, I took one comedy class at the Looney Bin Comedy Club in Tulsa. My instructor was Roy Johnson, comedian Roy Johnson. He taught me to set up the premise, and then later on, I just kept writing, and I was just determined, man. Sometimes in life, if you're determined, it shatters everything that everybody else is saying. It shatters everybody else's opinions. I've been told when I first started in 2016, 17, I had people try to talk me out of comedy. I had people jealous of me for doing comedy. I had people mad at me because I did flyers that said I'm Oklahoma's #1 Christian comic. And Christian comics at the time didn't have shows. So they're like, who is this guy coming in saying he about to have 15, 20 shows and he's headlining? We never heard of him. That's how passionate and motivated I was. I was conditioning my mind every single day when everybody else was online just hating on me. But I stuck with it. Hard work pays off. That's why in like next month, we're flying all around the U.S. in a pandemic. Guys, my living witness. I'm flying to Austin, Texas, April 11th. I'll be out there the 10th, 11th, and the 12th doing stand-up comedy. Paid gig, hotel paid for, 9 free meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 days. Come on, man. Headlining, 60-minute act, funny business. But I'm humbled because I know what it takes. You sit up here, people try to put their fears on you. You can't headline. You ain't, who do you know? Do you know Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle? Have you been on Netflix? You can't make money. Listen, I just got booked for a show that pays $1,500. We got more that's about to pay $2,500 for 60 minutes. Don't listen to what the people are saying. The people are jealous. Everybody don't want to see you win. So you got to condition your mind to win. That's why I stay prayed up. I said, that's why I stay prayed up. I stay prayed up. God got my back. I'm not ashamed to say God got my back. So conditioning the mind, 1 to 5 jokes a day, and you stick with it. You pick one topic and you just play around with that thing for the whole day and see what you come up with. I'm out.